Hey guys, welcome. ACOnetwork again with all of you, but today not with a tutorial. Today I am all about like the title says, I am diagnosed with Arnold-Chiari malformation type 1. What? Before I continue, remember that is unedited raw video, so whatever you will see, my stuttering, pauses between talks, and so on, that is all I'm experiencing basically almost every day, or every day, maybe. My memory is also not good at all. I forget a lot of stuff. Even I forget people. I forget that someone, let's say, died, and then it is embarrassing because I could not remember it. Or I meet someone, and after a few months, how can you forget? I can just say, it is embarrassing when I cannot remember stuff. Okay, so Arnold-Chiari. First, what is Arnold-Chiari malformation? Or now, first let me tell you that Arnold-Chiari malformation has probably about 50-60% of the world population, but the symptoms wise and problematic wise, like me, which is light strong and so on, there is way less. So you can have Arnold-Chiari but not aware of it. Maybe symptoms are not persisting, or so mildly it is not so enough strong, so you are going to the doctor or whatever. So what is Arnold-Chiari malformation? Basically, in terms that you can understand, is, you have brains, and around the brain is skull, that big bone, you can say. And because my brain is too big, there is not enough space in the skull. So there is not enough space in the skull for the... damn it. My phone gave me notification that battery is going to die. Okay. Okay, I have connected it. I hope it is charging. I hope that it will be enough for me to end this video. Okay. So, like I said, the brain, it is too big, and the excess part of the brain, it is small brain, or more medically named cerebellum tonsils, went into the opening between near the spinal cord. So spinal cord is, let's say, here. The vertebra in the neck is around like this, and the brain is coming through near the spinal cord inside here. So there is not enough room for brain and for spinal cord in this small part over here. And that is the biggest problem, And because there is not much room, not only just that, the school is pressing the cerebellum tonsils to the spinal cord, and it automatically giving me so much symptoms. Okay, that is in lamest terms what actually is going on with the Arnold-Chiari type 1. Okay. Let's talk about the diagnosis. For last 12 years, not 20, 12, 1, 2, I was going from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor to a doctor to a doctor. From the neurologist to surgeon to psychiatrist, psychotherapist. It was plenty, I cannot remember. I was, let's say, neurologist is sending me to the psychiatrist, all the psychiatrists that I had, even the psychotherapist. They are saying that what I have, it is too strange to be only the psychological problem, and that in my case it is something deep in the psyche, so nothing physical problem. But for me, that I live with so others also, that they saw what is happening to me. The problem is that simply that it was too strange that it would be psychological. But okay, I am not a doctor. And after that 12 years, in the June of this year, 2019, I was diagnosed with the Arnold-Chiari malformation, type 1. Neurologists who saw all these magnetic MRI images. MRI is basically machine that it is taking images inside of your, let's say, head, neck, etc. I was for 2 hours inside this machine, so neck and head were imaged completely. And I back then did not know actually what that is. Neurologists just tell me roughly what that is, and that I am mildly symptomatic. After that, I went to the neurosurgeon where that neurologist sent me. That was around 24th of the September. Now it is 1st of October of 2019. No. I went even more back. I went about 19th of the September, yes. On the around 24th, I get the secondary information. Okay. On the 19th, I went to the neurosurgery department. I was talking to neurologists over there. While looking at my medical stuff about the problems, etc., she contacted the head surgeon in this hospital. This hospital is in Maribor, city of Maribor in Slovenia. It is UKC, Univerzitetni klinični center, Maribor. In the translation is University Clinical Center, Maribor. And before we ended talking with that neurologist at surgical department, she said that almost definitely I will need to go to the surgery. By the way, I am emotional person, so I can get very emotional at sometimes even watching movies and so. If I am crying a little bit, sorry about that. But that is a little bit hard for me because I for past 12 years I am living basically in a bubble. I cannot drive car. I cannot drive bicycle. Okay, I could drive, but I get blackouts. I get so many problems that only with the bicycle, I was in the ditch. I dropped to the side, and so on. I get blackouts while smiling, while talking to friends, while having nice time, great time, bad time, whatever. Blackouts, etc., does not represents when, let's say, on specific, or it just happens. So more I physically do something, more it is problematic, and I do some small stuff. Even, let's say, I was tested before. I was just putting rubber on small metal things, however it is called. After an hour and a half, I was basically, I got blackouts. I could not do it more. For that simple, very, very basic, simple things. And because of all these symptoms, and that I am non-stop tired, I am always tired, always sleepy. People tell me go and work out, go to walk. I am going to walk as much as I can, which is not much, a little bit, because, let's say, I clean up my room with a vacuum cleaner and maybe even through the stairs, and that's it. I need to rest the rest of the day. I need to lie down and just be still. Sometimes I get better days, like from today. That is why I am recording this video also. It can take a couple of days of good, so I can do more stuff, and after that I can be at bad state for week 2, you know. It is all random, or even only a few days bad, and then again a little bit better, and so on. The most problematic about all this is that this Arnold-Chiari could have been seen in the first year or two, or when I made first magnetic resonance or MRI images back then. Because 12 years ago I was working, and I was watching the because we are installing emergency exit lights and emergency lights from the morning to the evening. And after the work I was already very bad, and from then I had problems, way worse problems, and I could not work anymore. Now for the past 12 years I am living with parents, and I, I just want to live normally. I just want to able to drive a car, to drive bicycle, to go work in the world, to be able to go to the, let's say, train without problems, to get to the destination, even maybe 300 kilometers away, etc., or even to go to the Serbia to my relatives or whatever. But I'm not going because the symptoms, blackouts, etc., can come just like this, you know. And so basically, after the after she looked at me that, you know, neurosurgery, uh, she said that all the medical history and stuff will be presented to neurosurgeons with this head of neurosurgery in Maribor. And after a few days, like I said, probably around 24th, I got back the answer that they will assign me the neurosurgery date under quick, because I am very pronounced Arnold-Chiari malformation. Sorry if I butchered the translations. My English is not the main language, and with all the stuff, I hope you understand. And basically, that is it about all this stuff. Next, I will just briefly, because it is already 80 minutes into this video, I will just talk a little bit roughly about the symptoms. For Arnold-Chiari malformation, mostly are symptoms like neck pain, spreading mostly from the top part of the neck, spreading across the head. I have the pain, but here and there it gets more strong, or even very, very, very much, very strong. But I get mostly more the, how, I do not know how to say, pressure. It is pressuring me too much around the neck and the head, but mostly top part of the neck. And from the beginning, I was telling the doctors, I sense the pressure, pain inside the top of the neck. Nobody can press the neck because I can drop down, you know, blackout. Okay, sorry, I have the list of paper and typed some of the words on it so I can remember what to say. So there are also muscle weaknesses. I also have that, especially after blackout. For a short time, I am hard to talk, and if it is more severe blackout, also I need time while I get enough power, enough muscle power, so I can get up, you know. I am too weak to stand up or whatsoever. Also, some people mostly are swallowing, Luckily, I am swallowing okay. It is not problematic. Coordination also, yeah, coordination sometimes it can get very badly. I can, if you were watching me, let's say on the street while walking home, I could, I've been seen like I had too much alcohol drunk, so I am very much drunk. It because I'm going left and right, and it is just coordination is totally bad. So in that case, when I'm going home, I'm going as far available to the grass, on the grass, away from the street, for just in case, you know. Also, there is the what else? I totally forgot to talk about syrinx. Okay, just a second. Another symptoms like I have are maybe paralyzing from the neck down, from complete body, or from the waist down. When I'm paralyzed, my reflex on the, let's say, on the feet does not work. What else? I am thirsty after bigger blackouts. Very much can be, and so on. Okay, you know what? Let me just say about the syrinx, and then I will close up this video and maybe talk. I will be continue talking in the next video more when I will know the date, etc. So I won't take too long of this video, so it won't be boring. So syrinx, that is another problem that can be presiding, which is the within the spinal cord. The fluids of the brain can be building up inside the spinal cord, and this can make a lot of symptoms as well. Luckily, I do not have it, but when I was watching the images, I saw the pale line in the middle that can indicate also that I have very beginning stages of syrinx, but we will see. Um, by the way, I don't. I'm not expecting. I'm not making this video so all of you would feel bad for me and etc. I'm just spreading this video to tell you about this Arnold-Chiari. In the next video, I will be continue talking when my head will be clearer, so it would be a little bit easier to talk. So whatever it happens on the surgery, which I will be talking about the surgery, what actually it is next time, and so on. After surgery, I do not know when I will be able to continue recording the videos and streaming on Twitch, etc. So you will know when surgery will begin. So from then on, I will probably make videos from the hospital and from home, how it is progressing and so on. So of course, when I will be good enough to talk and good enough to be in front of the camera. So thank you all for watching this video. and see you next time. Bye bye.